Okay, welcome to this video here on 2019 section B, question 5, higher level. So the figure shows the logo for a lighting company. The logo is subject to transformations in the following order: axial symmetry from P to P1, central symmetry from P1 to P2, translation from P2 to P3, and rotation anti-clockwise, okay, through 90 degrees from P3 to P4. Right, so I have the grid of points set up. So there's P1, I'll just make that bigger. Okay, P2, P3, and P4. So I'll get started here now. Alright, so we have to draw the logo. So I can do that heavy. Okay, I can get my center line now in a moment and draw the circle. Now, there is tangents in this construction, so you have to do the correct method for the tangent, otherwise you will be docked marks. So it's in the center. Now the radius of the circle is radius 25. So I'm going to draw my radius 25 circle. Right, now, so we have to, here's the start point of the tangent. So to draw or get the tangent, what we have to do is bisect this line. So take your compass, set it to the length of the line. Okay, swing an arc there and there. Bring it around here to the center point of the circle. Okay, swing the arc there and there until they intersect. Join the intersection of arcs, i.e. the crisscrosses. Okay, now where they intersect the center line, put your compass there, bring the nib to the circle, draw in the semicircle. So where the semicircle pierces the big circle there, now you can join them together, and then to get the other side you can simply just bring the point across. You don't need to do the two. Okay. There you go. Now, so P to P1 is axial symmetry. So here's point P, and long story short, to do these, move the correct number, or just only the key points. So the shape should retain its original properties, or the logo, i.e. a rectangle 30 by 20, center point up 30 from the base here, the hot air balloon, okay, or the base there, the rectangle, and radius 25, and so on and so forth. So it's got to maintain its original properties. Right, so I'd quickly just label A, B, C. Right, we're going to join P to P1. So P to P1, we're going to take our compass. Now axial symmetry needs an axis about, so we're going to put our compass on P1, set the compass to the length of the line P1 to P, swing an arc up there. We're going to switch it around, swing an arc there, and where they intersect, that's the axis. So we're going to join these together. So there's the axis. Now I'm just going to do mine a little bit again there. I'm just not happy with that there. The axis, right. So there's the axis. Now what you need to do is just find one of the so two more points really might be enough. So I'm going to set my set square up to the line P to P1. I'm going to put my t square underneath it, hold down my set square. So I'm going to bring B across there alright, and I'm going to bring C across. Now that's all I'm going to do for now. So I want to maintain the original shapes of the object. Now the distance from P to B should be 20, alright, so it should be 20. So I'm going to put my compass here on the axis, bring the nib to B, right, and I'm going to swing the point around here, and there's B1. Right, now I'm going to join them together, so there, that is 20, and I'm going to heavy that in. Now all I need to know now is where is point C going, or which area point C is going to be in. So I'm going to put my compass on the axis, bring my nib to C, and I just know it's around about here. I'm not going to join P1 to C1 just yet, because sometimes that mightn't be the correct length. So what I'm visualizer there just went. What I'm actually going to do is line up my set square with B1 to P1. I'm going to slide it on there. I'm going to draw a line perpendicular to B1 to P1 from point P1, and now I'm going to measure the distance of 30 along that line. So that is it there. Now I'm going to do the same here, going the opposite way. So I'm going to line my set square up there, slide it along. I'm going to draw a line here from C1 that's perpendicular to P1 C1 and parallel to B1 P1, and it's got to be 20 millimeters in length. So it's got to be 20 millimeters in length. Now they're going to join together, so I'm maintaining the original properties of the shape. So there's A1. Now I'm not going to bother bringing any more points, right? So I'm going to get the center. So I'm going to mark 15 there. I'm going to draw a line parallel to B1 P1, slide set square along. The distance to center point is up is 50, so it's got to be the same. It's got to be up 50. The radius of the circle is 25, so I got to maintain the same concepts. I'm just going to move my visualizer back here now. So I'm going to take my compass, I'm going to put my compass here, draw the circle. Okay, I'm going to bisect the line there between the center. So compass set to the length of the line, swing the arc there, and here, flip it around there to the other end, swing. So join the bisector. So there's the center point there. So we can construct our semicircle there. Now join these together, and I can just simply bring a line parallel to the base, then to get the tangent on the other side. So the reason I'm not doing all the points across with the axis is because they tend to get, the students tend to lose accuracy, and I would too, like it would inevitably happen to me. Now, the next thing we have to do is P1 to P2 is central symmetry. So I'm going to join P1 to P2. And I'm going to bisect that line to get the center point of symmetry. So compass here, nib set to the length of the line. Okay, swing the arc. So we're over here, swing the arc. Line through it there. Compass here, alright, sorry, I don't need my compass there. Now, there's P2. Right, so I'm going to focus on only doing the key number of points. Right, so I'm going to bring B1 through P2. Alright, and let me repeat that. Sorry, I'm going to bring B1 through the center point of symmetry. My apologies there, I'll just rub out that line there, I didn't need to draw in. So, B1 through the center point of symmetry. And now, compass, alright, is on center point B1, swinging around, and this should be it here. Now we can join B2 to P2, and they should be a distance of 20. Right, okay, so they're a distance of 20. If I was a student and it didn't work out to be 20, what I would do is set my compass to 20, put it on P, okay, and swing until it touches that line, okay, there, and where it intersects, that can be your B1 until it touches that line. Right, so the next thing I'm going to do is just bring A through the center point of symmetry to give me an idea of where it's going to be. Alright, so I'm going to bring A1 through the center point of symmetry, and it's going to be along here. Now, I'm going to take my set square here, I'm going to line it up with P2 to B2, I'm going to draw a line perpendicular to it, and I'm going to mark 30 millimeters along that line. So 30 millimeters along that line. So there's A2. Now I need to get C2. So again, I'm going to line my set square up to P1 or P2 rather to B2. I'm going to slide it along, draw a line perpendicular to it, and bring it from A, and there, that's where C2 is going to be. So I'm going to heavy them in. Now we can find then the middle and redraw our steps there, our logo. So I'm just going to move my visualizer down. So I'm going to redraw it here. So there's the center point. Center line. The radius of the circle is 25. Okay. So I have my compass here and I'm drawing in the circle. So we can do our tangent then again. So I'll bisect the line. So there's the center of it. Now, so there we go. I'm just drawing in a full circle there just for speed on doing the tangent instead of having to draw a line parallel to it. Look, so you can connect this heavy, then over here you can light, heavy, there. So there's our tangent. Alright, now I'll heavy in the circles later. Right, so from P2 to P3 is a translation. So P2 joins to P3 and all the points move parallel to P2 to P3. Okay, so now I can line one edge of the set square up with P2 to P3 there. Alright, I'm just going to use this. It'll be easier for you to see if I use another set square. So set square is lined up with P2 to P3. I'm going to slide it down now and I'm going to draw a line from B2 and A2. Alright, and the purpose of doing 3 is just to help you visualize how the logo is going to look. Now, the points move the same distance as P2 to P3. So I'm going to set my compass to P2 to P3 and put it from B, right? And now P3 joins to B3. Now the key thing is that these are 30 or 20. So there we go, it's 20. Now, to help figure this out, alright, where A is going to be, look, compass is set to the distance of P2 to P3, and I set it from A, and A is going to be along there. But again, as I mentioned, the critical thing is that the shape retains its original properties. So it's a rectangle, as in the corners are perpendicular to each other, and the distance is 30. So that's the most critical thing, right? So I'm using my set squares here again. There's A3 and C3. C3. Then we can do our tangent and bisector all over again. So radius, circle is radius 25. Bisect the line. Right, so compass set to the length of the line, swing your arc here, arc there. Okay, now then you can join the following. Right, so that's the logo done under translation. Now, P3 to P4 is rotation anti-clockwise through an angle of 90 degrees. So I have to join P3 to P4. Have to join P3 to P4. Now P3 is going this way, so anti-clockwise. Look, so imagine that was a hand of a clock there. So it's going anti-clockwise. It's going to the left. So how are we going to find that? All right, we're going to take our compass. Just 1 second there. So we're going to take our protractor rather, not compass, right? And if it says an angle of 90 degrees, okay, so imagine we're going to, it says an angle of 90 degrees. We join P3 to P4, and then we draw two lines at 45 degrees to line P3 to P4, and where they intersect is the center point of rotation, because the distance from the center point to P4 will be the same as the center point to P3. So it's an isosceles triangle. So 180 minus 90 degrees, the angle up here, equals 90, and then divide by 2 and you get 45. So I'm going to take my protractor here, put it on the line P3 to P4. I'm going to mark in an angle of 45 degrees. Okay, so that's it there, already done. And that's it there, already done. So you just draw in the lines through the angle. Here's the center point of rotation. Right, so how do you do the rest of it? Okay, if I want to do B3, right, I'm going to do this in red pen. So I'm going to join the center point to B3. I'm going to take my, I'm going to draw a line at 90 degrees to that line center point to B3 from the center. So look, I'm going to line up my set square with it, slide it along. I'm just going to move my visualizer here to make it easier to see this. So I'm going to line up the set square with the line center point to B3, and I'm going to draw a line at 90 degrees to it there. Right, okay, and then that's a little bit inaccurate. I'll do that again. So that's it there. Right, so I'll put my compass then on the center point of rotation, bring my nib to B3, swing it around. Here's point B3, or B4, sorry. Now again, this should be a distance of 20 millimeters apart. So there we go. Right, all I need is one more point to make this object possible to draw. So I'm going to do this in green now. So I'm going to join A3 to the center point of rotation, right, and I'm going to draw a line at 90 degrees, i.e. the angle of rotation, to this green line. So there we go. I'm going to put my compass on the center point of rotation, and I'm going to swing the point onto that. Now this is where A3 is going to be. Now the critical, or A4 rather, the critical thing is that it's 30 millimeters in length. Alright, and mine is a tiny bit off 30. So what am I going to do? I'm going to set my compass to 30. I'm going to put it, which one was I doing there? A4. So I was showing, did I set mine to 30? No, sorry, that's 30 there. So I'm going to set it to B4 and just swing there so it intersects the green line. The shape has to retain its original properties. Okay, and it's got to be on a line perpendicular to it. So there's the 30 mark there, right. Now, there's A4. Now, to get C1, so I'm going to draw the line down perpendicular here and here, right. I can heavy them in. And then the center point is going to be up here because it's on the top bit. A to B, here's the A to B. So there's your 15, center point through it. Circle, do the tangents. Semicircle there, the other side. Now I'm going to pause the video, heavy in the circles, and that'll be it. Right, there's the question done. So remember, the first one, P to P1 is axial symmetry. You have to join P to P1, bisect the line, get your axis. P1 to P2 is central symmetry, so join P1 to P2, bisect it, get your center point symmetry. P2 to P3 was translation, so you just move it. And P3 to P4 was rotation anti-clockwise, so the shape is going in this direction anti-clockwise. If it was clockwise, it'd be going this way, and it'd end up there in the screen or sheet. Alright, cheers, thank you, bye bye.